A quick little video to finish off the year, show you guys around our shop, what we actually do here at Vinny Fab. It is real like spur of the moment. I haven't swept or cleaned up. We've been absolutely swamped with work, so it is a little bit messy in there. But yeah, you guys will get the idea. Hopefully appreciate the video. So this is my own little Mazda 808. We're currently making an intercooler at the moment for our good mate Mark Haynes up north for one of the cars he's building. So I've used my own personal car as a jig to get that done. Possibly might put these for sale as a finished product. So check out if you're interested in an intercooler. So this is my own car. It's a 13B Bridgie, 4-cut Bridgie, R5 plates, RX4 housings. We're running FD rotors, E-shaft and stack gears. Made 270 horse. Roofs to about 10 grand. Goes pretty good. So yeah, she's a bit filthy at the moment, but yeah, I think it's going to go off over New Year's and get a paint job. So this is Ryan's little Corolla Wags. This has come to us from Queenstown for a list of things to be done. So it's got the mighty 4-age turbo motor on it, black top 20 valve. So it's already got a MRP hot side, I'm pretty sure, or MRP manifold anyway. So we've just completed an intercooler for it. It's all self-fitting behind the grill there. If you can see that. Intercooler pipe in both sides. So we've still got to do an exhaust and wire it up and hook up the oil cooler and a few things to do. I did have a list on the window, but she's got a bit washed off. So in the shop here, we're actually not too badly packed for cars at the moment. We got rid of a few last week. Oh, what's going on with this GoPro? So yeah, this is Joel's Skyline we're building. One of our intercoolers on the front there. This is a 25 Det Neo. We've got the Hypertune billet can covers on there. We've got a Plasman intake and fuel rail and throttle body. Cam's done some beautiful 3.5-inch intercooler piping. I did some wheel tubs. The old ones were pretty butchered. So obviously where they have the couple holes going through for the intercooler piping and stuff, it looked a bit rough, so he's opted to do it right. So this will be getting a full rewire. We actually all the wires getting figured out at the moment by Jono, which is pretty cool. Open the boot. So Cam started setting up the fuel cell, surge tank in the boot. I don't know if you can really see that, but one of our surge tanks. It's got a base plate that's actually welded to the floor, so that just bolts into that. We've got the ethanol content sensor there, and then this will be all enclosed in a little box. It's going to be a road car, so we wanted to keep the whole boot clear, hence why we've tucked it over in the corner there. Bit of a mission to get it up there and get the lines out of the car, so just gone in and out where they factually go. FC we are doing turbo setup for, so we've actually just jigged our turbo setup off this car. So this is actually it here, and it's finished form. So we're running the Borg-Warner range, S300 range of turbos. You can run it with an EFR or bigger frame turbo, T4 flange, so single or twin scroll. And then we've got the 4-inch downpipe, that'll be as an option, so you can buy that as the full turbo kit, or just the downpipe, well, obviously you've got to buy the manifold and the downpipe, but if you've already got the turbo and the wastegate yourself. So this is one of our wastegate manifolds here that we've just finished off, so true twin scroll, with divider plate the whole way down there. Some wonder have been asking how I welded on the inside, so I've actually chopped the bend in half on both sides, and I've rolled a bit of 5mm plate down both sides. Actually ground the weld off on this side so I can put the badge on. But yeah, so run the plate down the centre there, so true twin scroll. It's all been welded on the inside. and divided. There's actually one piece that goes from there all the way out to here. It was a bit of a headache to get, but pretty happy how it's all worked. Usually we run obviously a pipe off each one, but because that runner is so straight and there's not much room, we opted to just run the one pipe off the centre. So the 50 or 60mm option, which is pretty sweet. See some of our work firsthand, if that'll focus. It's quite hard to actually work out what they look like in the pictures, so I thought this video would be quite good until my GoPro starts mucking around. This is a little series 1. We've just been doing a full restore on, so this has taken us a wee while to get done. It's been a bit of a handful to get it all done, but we're so close now. It's going to cert next week. So yeah, so the only thing really left from this car from when we first got it is literally the shell, the dashboard, and a few little bolt-ons. Everything else has been replaced. It was a bit of a lemon when we first got it, but she's pretty good now. So yeah, we've made a custom surge tank in the back. I think that's 55 litres, full exhaust. So everything under here has been replaced or been rezinked. We have put a Series 3 disc brake rear end into the back of it. So yeah, LSD disc brakes. Full panel and paint by mate Alex at ADM Refinishes. Got big wheelwoods in the front. Good stopping power. We got some Fortune Auto adjusties in the front there. I don't know if you can really see it. But yeah, electro plated heaters, stainless heaters that we made. I'll do a full video around this car once we get it off the hoist and it's all signed off and we go for a drive. Through here we have got a V-mount that we've just finished. It's going up to Auckland. So this one is to suit his turbo setup. So we leave this pipe raw and then you can do your own piping off that to your turbo. So this is an option. You can buy this like this. So it comes with an AST tank, all your rubber lines, intercooler clamps, G-ready elbow, front scudder panel, ducting, intercooler pipe. Can put a bulb on it if you want. This is a manifold we just finished for our mate Jason's RX2. So he's actually tubbed the front of his car to run quite a big wheel. So there was actually not much room, hence why it's been notched in like this. So yeah, it should flow pretty good though. Good boost control anyway. And then we have got a couple things getting sent off today. AST tank up to Auckland. This is going over to Aussie. So this is one of our stainless steel manifolds. Runs a 60mm turbo smart wastegate. Our own custom billet flanges, top and bottom. Pretty damn happy with these. We've done so many designs of the FD manifold over the years. This is probably about number 10. We won't change it again. This is for us really happy with the end result, where it puts the turbo. You can run a big frame turbo, small frame turbo, and still get a big 4-inch or 5-inch exhaust out of there. Got a couple AST tanks as well that are done and about to head out. So it's polished and a satin black one. Oh, you're an angry driver, aren't you? That's James. He's got a bit of an anger problem. So this is a couple of V-mount kits that are heading over to Aussie as well. So I think this one here that's a turboloan one, so it's to suit the turboloan cast manifold. We did a downpipe with the twin wastegate plumb back into the exhaust, so you can pass requirements over there, getting it on the road. So all satin black as well. So yeah, this is how you'll get it. It's all foam packed and sealed really nicely. And then this one is a turbo kit to suit our turbo kit. So that's the Vinny Fab manifold. So same as that manifold there. but 50mm. It's got a 50mm downpipe to suit the S300 turbo. So yeah, both of these off to Aussie tomorrow morning. What else have we got going on in the shop? What's Cameron up to? Oh yeah, Cam's on the AST tank buzz. So something that we sell like hotcakes over here as well is these little AST tanks for RX-7s. So we've got our own little billet on necks, and then we get all our tube laser cut, and we get little dome caps, and then we fuzz them together. So we've got the V-mount option and the standard factory replacement option. So yeah, time to zing them all together. Looking good though, bro, looking good. And then over here we have some headers from an unnamed destination. Can't really tell you too much about them, other than that they are 3D printed titanium, and they are very, very light and very, very flash. So that's what James has been up to. Well, James and I have both been up to. So James is just piecing them together at the moment. So we had to make jigs to copy the turbo and the wastegate placement off those to these. So these are the jigs we've come up with. Obviously that is part of the frame now, and the purge block is part of the frame, or actually bolts in, so we don't ruin it. And then we've framed around the outside. It is purely a jig, it doesn't need to look good. And then the opening underneath, so James can still get in there with the welder and weld underneath. So this whole thing will be welded while it's on the jig, so it can't move. Well, hopefully it won't move. It's stainless, it's going to move a little bit, but and then yeah, start of the next one. So obviously one for each side, V10 twin turbs. So yeah, pretty hard out. You got the old notch going on here. Then run over the tube polisher, give it that nice finish. What do we got under here? Some Evo stuff, eh? So James is making this wild Evo manifold.
Evo 3 with Evo 7 running gear, motor, everything. Yeah, track car, dashboard and street sprints and that.
So it's a complete one off. And then yeah, downpipe to suit the world's worst flange. To suit the world's worst turbo now. A jig turbo, we use the EFR, so we've got a couple of jig turbos around here, so if you need any stuff, there's another EFR for another setup. Catch can, so the customer brought us a cardboard template for his R32 race car. So we've made this for him, James has made this for him, which has come out really, really nicely. You see the welding. So it actually, scratch it, please don't scratch it. So we've got the radiator overflow down here. You can faintly see the line where it's been welded on the inside to seal that off with water. And then this side acts as a catch can. It's all baffled. It's got his drain bungs that he's wanted underneath all the brackets. So if you bring us a cardboard template, we can replicate what you want. We've got Dan's DX. So Dan brought us his DX from Oamaru. So he's actually been really nice and let us make a turbo setup for another customer up north in Auckland. So this is for a DX that's getting built in Auckland. Knew that we were building Dan's car, so asked if we can make him a turbo manifold and supply him an intercooler core and etc, etc. So it's got this really, really cool Pro J billet intake on it. It's pretty cool. And then a 9280 EFR, which James has notched some wastegates in the back of the housing. I've welded up today for him. Suit that engine. So now finally getting this done, and this is going to go on in the box, go with Scott up to Hamilton to Mark, who's going to be building the engine. So it's been made from full cut PP. I'm not unsure of the size of the port, but Mark needs to match the intake to the motor before he does the PP sleeves. So it should be pretty wild, running 8 injectors. Yeah, it's going to be a serious bit of kit. Sorry about the mess. We got Matt's headers we made, I think last year, for his WRX, blue WRX, version 10, I think. Sorry, I'm not a big Subi nut, but this is a copy of a manifold that came off the car that wasn't done very nicely the first time. So we jigged them and made this manifold for him off that jig. and then we got the car afterwards, and then we realised that the turbo probably should have gone on this side and the exhaust out the factory side, but oh well. So all worked pretty well now, so it'll be pretty exciting to get that thing all up and running and get on the road. It's been a long time coming from it, not from us, but yeah, should be pretty cool once it's all done. What else have we got going on? We've got my Batty jig car, so this is purely just to make you guys parts. I'm buying an RX-8, believe it or not, this weekend, so we have some RX-8 parts soon as well. So yeah, this car has brought us the final version of the V-mount, the final version of our manifolds, AST tanks, pretty much everything, which has worked out really well. So yeah, so if you want any parts for the FD that we haven't released at the moment, obviously we've got a few things on the list. We want to do a all-cooler kit and diff brace and gearbox brace, but yeah, we've just been absolutely so swamped with work this year. So sorry if you've reached out to us and we've haven't got back to you straight away. It's just been crazy to try to keep up with everything. It's only 3 of us here full time, and then and my wife 3 days a week, so it's pretty. Alright, so backside of the shop, we've got Mr. Jono's K30. So at the moment it's just a supercharged motor, sorry. We've got a Garrett G25 for it, 40mm turbo smart wastegate. So hopefully over Christmas we'll make a manifold and an exhaust for him. It's one of our good mates. I've got Nevada's S15. It's been here for a while. A few things have been getting done to this. It's going to be a weapon once it's all done, which is so close. It just needs a tune now. Finish off the tune, sorry. We had on the dyno last time and the clutch started slipping. So just put a new clutch in it. We've put some new coils in it because the old ones used to break down a little bit. So full V-mount setup on it. We just put the PRP R35 coil kit on it. 1000cc injectors. We also did wheel tubs on this to suit the big wheels driving down the road. We've done a one-off titanium intake pipe for it. It's come out beautiful, running one of our clamps. We've got a little AST tank over here due to the fact that we couldn't run anything that tight over there to be able to run a radiator cap, so that's why we've opted to put it over there. Custom made intercooler, custom made catch can, so I think it's about 3.5-4 litres. Fills up that space quite nicely. We've mounted the oil filter down there, so it's nice and easy to get to. So yeah, made 490 I think last time on the dyno. Hoping for like the low 500s this time with an unslipping clutch. We've just added water meth to it as well. So yeah, should be pretty cool. Yeah, both opposites. So this side is a 3D printed titanium version. So, yep, you heard that right. That is 3D printed titanium. Grade 21, I believe. Pretty damn cool. I think this alone took about 3 days to print, which is pretty cool. And then so we've been asked to make a backup set out of stainless. So these are both going to go over to the UK, I believe, to go on the engine that they're going to dyno. And this is a prototype. If it fails, they need a backup set for the dyno. So they might not ever see the car, but pretty cool that we got the job to make these. I think it took us about a day to figure out what we were going to do, eh? Yeah, just trying to wrap our heads around how we were going to do it. Tried a few different methods and obviously doing some little forming there and getting the roll to, it's actually a scheduled 10 tube, or pipe, sorry. And then made our own merge collector to join it all together. So yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with the outcome. Guess what, one side is a bit heavier than the other, right? I think what did this come in at? 2.8, I think. 2.8 kgs for the whole side, and then this side like was 12.4. Yeah, it's pretty unreal. You can see why this is the future and this is not really, but pretty cool. So yeah, so I guess we start off with the top and work our way down. So didn't really know what we were going to do with the merge collector there. We ended up scalloping 3 bends together and then a bit of straight to be able to get the angle that we wanted to follow the shape that they had here, and it actually works out perfect. Like the angle coming off both sides is pretty much exactly the same. Obviously these tubes have been rolled by a outsourced company to work for us, and then James scalloped all them together. We've actually done a single pass over that, taken it all apart, welded the inside, match ported it, and then same with this, we've done a single pass, pulled it apart, welded the inside, match ported it, which took a few hours, and then obviously tacked them both together. James made these wicked little ends here, so he made his own little forming dies to be able to press that edge in. Have you got the other end? Oh, yeah. Let me show them what they look like on the inside. So yeah, that was a bit tricky, figure 8 configuration really. And then we made these all be match ported on the inside as well. Turn it back over. Okay, so that was our first, or James's first one they did. So obviously one side started to be match ported and one side still being welded. I don't know if you can really see that. But yeah, you can kind of see the configuration in there, which worked out pretty good. It was a tiny little bit smaller, but we fought it with weld on the inside there, so it's slightly tapered in, but it's not a bad thing. And then lambda bungs and sensor probes on request as well. So I still got to put O2 bungs in there as well in their one. But yeah, thought we'd quickly show you guys these cool headers before we go drop them off tomorrow. I actually wrapped them up already. I'm like, oh, we better do a quick video. So yeah, what else have we got on the shop at the moment? I've already talked about this. We've got the Series 1 back down on the ground. We're getting this ready for a track day on Wednesday in a couple of days to do some practice with it, some running Ks, and just test everything before we go for cert. Make sure everything's sweet, brakes all work and everything. Should be pretty cool. We'll do a video on this car once we get it all back together, but once we get it all finished. Just put in the new steering wheel in and all the interior back in it. Oh yeah, we got a dirty new shot. Yeah, we did. We got a dirty new RX-8. Didn't think I'd ever do this, but we did it.
Literally dirty.
Yeah. So I picked this up from Queenstown in the weekend, thanks to one of my good mates, Tom. Got this as a trade-in. So this is for a customer over in Vietnam, funny enough. We're going to be doing a 20B package for this. He's going to send us over a gearbox and turbo, etc, etc, and then we're going to pull this car apart and make everything off this car and then box it down and send it to him over in Vietnam. We will also be doing a whole bunch of parts for them. So if you guys want any RX-8 parts, leave a comment down the bottom and we'll look into it. What else have we got in the shop? We've got pretty cool little Batman. Perfect fitting on the Scaro. Super. Just in for a exhaust repair and unplumb gate. We've got Dylan Zeski from next door still in storage for the night. Yeah, pretty much already talked about these ones and talked about this. So yeah, so this year for our Christmas do, we thought we'd do something a little bit different, I guess. Usually go out for like a meal or something like that. It's not really our cup of tea. So purchased an RX-8 the other day. So we're going to take it out to Christchurch track days today. The idea came because we're going to take that out there and running the engine and do some testing on it before we give it back to the customer at Christmas. So yeah, she's super close. Just wanted to test it at high speeds without it going on the road and I guess doing anything bad, because it's got no reg, no warrant. Super stoked how this car's come out. Super stoked that it's nearly done. It's definitely been a massive ball ache to get it that far. But yeah, so we're going to set up a timer on the dash. Everyone's going to get timed.
Lars is going to get beat.
Whatever, you guys are all going to lose. Place some bets, eh? Place some bets. Cam's going to leave it in order and not tip on it. No. Yeah, no, we thought we'd better give it an oil change for good stuff this morning before we go out and give her a bit of a hiding. But yeah, just got to mount a fire extinguisher in it and then we are out there. Oh. So we made it down to Rapuna midweek. It was a bit of an end of the year, bit of banter between the guys. Who's going to lose? So we've got the air fuel mix set up in the back so we can see if it's running pretty sweet. Seems pretty good so far. So, and then we got the old RX-8. Who's going to take the title, guys?
Me, obviously.
You got to look so foolish at the end of the day when I film and you're the last, eh? But yeah, some pretty cool cars out here. So as you can see, there's all sorts of stuff here. Favourite car, eh, James? Love a charade, eh? Finally someone spun out. So this is our standings so far. So James went 5 seconds or 4.5 seconds faster that time with a good spin. Good spin.
Good commit, mate.
Good spin. No pressure, eh? Still pretty close, which is pretty cool. What was your time, James?
Unfortunately slower than yours.
Say that again.
No,
Say that again. One more time. Oh, yeah, definitely got to get the fast lap in within like the first 4 laps, because the tyres start sliding everywhere and the brakes get real shit. That was a good bit of fun though, eh? Yeah. Holy shit.
It's not true.
Cam's going out. Balls to the wall.
Just gotta be, what is it?
You gotta drop 3 seconds.
I'm gonna be 157.6.
You gotta drop 3 seconds. No pressure, man. What do you reckon, Cam? No pressure. Last one to go, eh? Holy shit, it's slow, eh? There's James over there. Just cruising.